So we've seen a lot of videos about people mad about not having their food stamps, but now we're going to check out some people that, like her caption says right here, that don't care. We are done. Hashtag EBTs, hashtag snap. So first up, we got Chelsea. Y'all go follow her if y'all like her content. Let's check out her video.
Say what everyone is thinking. I don't care that you're losing your food stamps. I don't care that you're losing your free medical. I don't care that you are losing your free housing. Now y'all are just getting a taste of what every other person is going through. I should not have to pay to feed you and your 9 children. I'll be the selfish one. My kid comes first in my eyes, not you. I'm going to give you a prime example of how broken this freaking system is. My son was in a very, very severe motorcycle accident involving a tow truck. We were in the hospital for almost a month. As a single mom with no support, and before any of you come at me about the single mom thing, no, I didn't expect myself to be a single mother, but you know what? Shit happens. Being a single mother with no freaking support, that is a month, actually over a month.
She should have been on government assistance, right? I mean, you know, most single moms, that's what government assistance is for. Maybe she should have got Section 8, got her little spot in the projects, you know?
Month of lost wages over something that was completely out of our control. I was told by case management in the hospital, hey, the only way that your city is going to offer you any type of assistance is if you have an eviction notice. The only way that you're going to get help paying your bills because of these lost wages, because of an emergent situation, is if you have a shutoff notice. This is how broken the system is. I work over 40.
I will say, if you are somebody that, and this is how I kind of spent most of my life growing up, right? We weren't, well, there were times where we were, super poor, times where we were doing decent. But if you're in that space where you're in the middle, you're not super poor and you're not quite doing like middle class, then the system kind of sucks for you, because a lot of the assistance requires for you to be, at least on paper, super poor, right?
40 hours a week. And you're telling me that I'm paying into a system that I cannot benefit from? But you want to come on the internet and bitch and complain about losing your free benefits that you've probably been on for 10 plus years on a brand new phone? We are sick of it. We're done. We're sick of it. We don't feel sorry for you at all. Because now you're just getting a small taste of what all of us have been going through for years. So here's an idea. Instead of continuing to pop out children that you cannot afford, get a condom and a job. Because the average American
Get a condom and a job
is sick of supporting you. So I'm just going to say.
And I think that was a good perspective. That's the thing, right? A lot of the time we are paying into a system where we don't really see the benefits from. I mean, it really depends where you live at. But when it comes to government assistance, yeah, a lot of people taking advantage of the system. That's why some of the systems are changing. We are in the second longest government shutdown that have been. So a lot of people aren't going to be getting paid this upcoming check. Government assistance is supposed to be coming next month. So yeah, a lot of people are upset about that. And then there's a group of people that were like, well, we weren't on government assistance in the first place. So, we're tired of seeing y'all complaining about it. Get a job, do this, do that, and the third, which is good advice for some, not for all. I understand everybody can't work right now, right? But I'm not mad at her perspective, right? Especially as someone that's been in that space where you don't quite qualify for it, but it could definitely help, especially when you fall upon hard times. And that's the thing about it, right? That's what a lot of this stuff was meant for when you fell upon hard times. Some of y'all are in permanent hard times and don't really care to make it or even attempt to get out of hard times. Now we got Megan Eleanor. Make good decisions and stop blaming everyone else for your bad decisions you've made. Okay, let's see.
Have a Thanksgiving this year because you're about to lose your SNAP benefit. If I see you making videos about how your kids won't have a Thanksgiving this year because you're about to lose your SNAP benefits, but you have your hair done, your nails done, your lashes done, your lips done, and your forehead is frozen as fuck, well then it has nothing to do with the fact that you're losing these benefits and you can't feed your kids. It's just that your kids aren't your priority. I am sick.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's definitely a priority issue. If you can, because you got to think a lot of these people living in Section 8, or they are on these benefits. They are, like I said earlier, broke on paper. They're broke on paper, so that's how they get the benefits, right? And that's the part of the system that's fucked up, because these people, like, okay, for example, there are a lot of people. Maybe they're a barber, maybe they do women's hair, right? And they aren't necessarily recording their income. Now, there's plenty of other different ways people can work without recording their income, right? And those people who aren't recording their income, still getting Section 8 housing where their rent is like $100 or less a month. And they are getting food stamps and getting all the other benefits, when really they aren't supposed to be getting those benefits because they're making more than enough money.
Of hearing this fucking narrative. Now, do SNAP benefits affect a certain portion of the population for people who genuinely need these benefits? Yes. And I feel awful for those people. But my thing is, the amount of people who are on our benefit system through the government that genuinely need it because they have no other way of providing food and a shelter and benefits for their kids, it is such a small amount of people. Such a small amount of people. The majority of the people who are riding this system have been doing it for life, and they don't know anything else. They don't know any other way to live life other than to live off of government assisted benefits.
Yep, I definitely agree with that.
Which is horrific, because all the rest of us have figured out a way to live life. All the rest of us have made good decisions to not have children when we couldn't fucking afford it. And I'm sorry, but I'm tired of funding everybody else's lifestyle. I am tired of making good decisions for myself and having to pay the benefits for everybody else who didn't make good decisions in their own lives. Again, are there people out there who made really good decisions and were just put in really shit situations and ended up in a situation where they can't afford shit? Yes, but that is such a small portion, such a minority portion of the individuals who are utilizing our system and are bitching about it right now. Make good decisions. Make good decisions. Have a little bit of savings where you can afford your fucking food. Sell shit.
She's speaking too much logic, man. She's speaking too much logic right now, and I don't think people are going to accept that. You're not people. That's the thing, especially when it comes to TikTok and all this stuff. People want you to speak to their emotional side and tell them, like, yeah, it's so fucked up that they're doing this and this, that, and the third, and oh, Trump's so bad. And a lot of times that's what people want to hear, but that's the thing, that doesn't bring about any solutions.
I'm sorry, but if I see you driving around with a car that has leather seats and you are complaining about how you can't afford to feed your kids, sell your fucking car. Get a car that doesn't have fucking leather seats. You can sell your car, even if it's paid off. Fucking sell that shit. Get a hunk of junk that'll at least get you from point A to point B. And fucking figure it out. Stop getting your hair done. Stop getting your lashes done. Stop getting your fucking Botox done or your lip filler done. Jesus Christ. Pick up a second job. Find remote work if you can't afford to take your kids to daycare. There are so many jobs out there. Build a skill. You have your phone. You have the internet at your fucking fingertips. Because if you can post a video, I know you have internet, which means you can develop a skill that can earn you the income to afford these basic fucking necessities. And just to see people give up on life and be like, I just got to live this way. I'm going to blame Donald Trump. I just got to live this way. It's a wild mindset that I will never understand.
She seems like a fun person to be around, but yeah, like I said, I think that these are both two very good videos. But do I think that people on the other side of the equation, and I'm not saying like the race thing, because I do think most people that are on government assistance are not black, but that's a whole nother conversation, right? But I do think that people who are on government assistance aren't really receptive to this type of talk. They think it's a narrative that gets pushed out by people who are insensitive, right, to the certain situations. But it's not just that. It's people who have actually been on these programs and are saying, like, yeah, work hard, get yourself off it. And we understand if you're disabled, you got this problem, that problem, and the third, to where it's completely impossible for you to not be on government assistance, that's okay. That's one thing, right? And that's a small percentage of people. Most people have the ability to stop watching fucking Netflix every time they get off work and work on something else that would actually bring them some money. Everybody's like, oh, I don't have time. I have to watch my kids. I have to do this. I have to do that. There is time that you spend bullshitting. Everybody spends time bullshitting. I spend time bullshitting. So I know y'all spend time bullshitting. And I do a lot. I do a lot. Your boy stay in shape. Your boy work very hard. Let's check out some of these comments before we get up out of here. Aldi is selling Thanksgiving bundles, $40, no excuses. Conservative Steve says, I was borderline homeless, went to apply for food stamps, waited for hours in the office with women of a certain melanation who parked their new Escalade Chargers, hairs, nails, and lashes on fleek, newest iPhone, 4+ kids running amok and screaming. Finally got called just to be told I qualify for $52 a month. Yes, that's $52 for 2 months. Then told I had to show proof of working more than 20 hours a week to continue getting that. Yeah, man, they're making it hard. They're making it hard for people, especially if you don't have kids. So if you don't have kids, like you're barely gonna get anything. And don't forget that $600 to $800 car payment. A lot of times people get scammed into that. Fun fact: food pantries are for everyone, or not even just scammed into the car payment. It's like, okay, they got kids, they got to get their kids to daycare here, there, and they still have to get to work. Don't have a vehicle, can't just buy one outright. So then they get suckered into this high interest rate and high payment, man. And you gotta be smart. And you gotta make good decisions from a young age, man. That's the best thing you can do out here, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below, man. As always, love y'all. I'm out.